my parents, who started the company in 1992, had this vision and understanding that with digital maps, a lot of empowerment could take place of governments, of enterprises, and of individual people. And with that idea, they decided to invest in creating the digital maps of the country, which they knew would take a long time because India is a huge country in terms of length and breadth and population and size. But they decided to commit themselves to the goal of creating the entire, most comprehensive digital map of the country. Having decided to take on the challenge of digitally mapping the country, the initial focus of the company was to empower enterprises and government organizations with this digital map data and map data based solutions. So for example, when companies such as Coca-Cola were wanting to re-enter India in the mid-90s and wanted to understand the different territories that their bottlers had, now they only had a piece of paper which defined in written words what the territories were, but they wanted to visualize that on some kind of map so they could understand where the overlaps were between different bottlers as well as where the gaps were which they were not addressing in the market currently. Using MapMyIndia solutions then, they were able to do that. So just like them, a slew of FMCG companies who were entering the country in mid-90s after post-liberalization were able to enter the market, understand the Indian market, the difficult, complex, unknown Indian market at that time, using our solutions back then. Like that, different verticals, be it in retail, retailers such as Pizza Huts when they started to enter, or even government organizations such as the town planning or municipal organizations, where they could plan and start seeing where the public amenities were or public facilities were, what the conditions of roads were on a map. They could track progress of what was happening. So a lot of governance could start going digital as we started to look at e-governance initiatives using the digital maps. The police could use it, the Navy could use it. So a lot of enterprise solutions we were doing at that time using the digital maps, focused on the mission of empowering enterprises and governments with maps and digital map based solutions. 2004 onwards, I got a little bit involved. I had just completed my freshman year at Stanford. I was doing electrical engineering there, and in the US, I could see how consumers were benefiting significantly from maps. There were websites like Yahoo Maps there and MapQuest there. Google Maps in fact didn't exist in 2004, but a lot of people were so comfortable when they had to go to any place, they used to just go online, search for maps, print the directions and carry it with them. They did not have to ask anybody on the road. In India, on the other hand, we were all used to asking people on the road 5 times, 10 times how to get to some house, getting sometimes wrong directions, or feeling kind of scared to ask strangers in the middle of the night. But that was the way that we were used to. I felt that that could change significantly and we could empower consumers through the digital map repository that our company had created over the last 10 years from mid-90s to 2004, and decided to put all of our digital maps in the public domain on the free website mapmyindia.com. In 2004, when we launched mapmyindia.com, it became India's first interactive mapping portal, which allowed any consumer sitting anywhere in the world, including in India, for the first time to see the interactive detailed map of India all the way from the country level down to street level, search for any place, search for example, nearby hotels or restaurants or ATMs or petrol pumps, and get directions from any place to any place. This was probably a fundamentally empowering situation for not just residents, but also tourists or business travelers who could now come in and find that this kind of infrastructure of accessing maps was available in India also the same way it has been available in Western countries. And I think that increased the kind of utility, perception and comfort level of Indians within India and people traveling to India for tourism or for business. In 2007, we launched India's first GPS navigation device for cars. The idea was similar to mapmyindia.com, but even more empowering, because now in the car, with our full device, user could get live turn-by-turn voice guidance to any destination, as if he has a navigator sitting next to him. He or she didn't have to ask strangers on the road, regardless of whether it was day or night, to reach the destination, so that the people who are driving or traveling in the car could feel safe, could have a convenient travel, as well as be smarter on the road, essentially. Not just in the automotive space have we been able to make this impact, making impact significantly in the fast growing large mobile market in India. Our navigation solutions go into the mobile phones. They are both paid options for live turn-by-turn voice guidance. In fact, we are the #1 grossing application on iTunes in India for the last 2 years. But also we've started to come out with a lot of free mobile applications, just the same way we have the free mappindia.com website. So consumers sitting using their mobile phone anywhere in the country can access MapIndia's detailed comprehensive maps whenever they need. And really the innovations we are doing in the map space is equal, if not better, than what is available in Western countries, the developed Western countries, or the developed Eastern countries. MapIndia's maps are in full 3D, so you can get full 3D landmarks, city models and terrain. We are detailed down to the house address level, which is very complex in India. It is not an ordered house numbering system, yet we have been able to manage that challenge. And we have brought a lot of advanced navigation attributes such as lane guidance and junction view, live traffic. Not just that, we've been able to keep in mind India's local and diverse complexity in mind by providing voice guidance in multiple regional Indian languages and providing the maps to be readable in regional languages as well, making all of this very, very beneficial and comprehensive to Indian users. Today, the company has become much larger. We have grown over 800% in the last 4 years. We have 750 people. We have 80% market share. We are holding our own very strongly against incoming foreign or international competition. At the same time, we are empowering all the leading car manufacturers and working who are global, multinational in nature. We're empowering all the ecosystems of the Microsofts and the Apples and the Googles of the world with our location-based services. So it's a very much cooperation kind of arrangement which we have with companies within India as well as with companies outside of India, focused on benefiting consumers in India, consumers outside India, or enterprises in India and enterprises outside of India. We are super excited about the future. India's been on a huge growth path in the last 4 years. Yeah, there have been some hiccups along the way in terms of growth, but the outlook is still extremely positive. India has the demographic dividend on its side with a large young population and a large middle class, both which aspire for better and better things. Also, the enterprises in India are becoming much more savvy, much more organized, as the end market is also becoming mature and larger. We want to play a large role in contributing positively to the Indian economy. We were one of the first product-based companies in the mid-90s when most Indian companies, IT companies, were focused on services. We invested our time in building a huge intellectual property database of India's largest map data repository. So yeah, the core focus of MapMyIndia is on innovative, breakthrough, revolutionary products. At the same time, the future also looks interesting to us as we focus on expanding our reach to enterprises, consumers and governments across the country, to the large 1 billion population or the 250 million middle class or the 20 million cars or 600 million mobile customers. Our aspirations are huge, but we are working steadily towards our objectives of contributing positively to everybody, every individual, enterprise or government's everyday lives and productivity. I guess in the early times, the general macro trends, so mid-90s, the macro trends were to do with liberalization. In a way that helped MapMyIndia or our company at that time, as a lot of it gave the opportunity for the economy to grow, for companies to enter India, for consumers also to become more aspirational, and it helped. That macro growth trend in India was helpful to MapIndia as well. Over the last 5-6 years, we've seen the strong emergence of the middle class in India, which has brought a lot of consumerism. people in India have been traveling abroad, seeing what kind of utilities and luxuries are available there, aspiring for similar things here, giving us the impedance, giving us the motivation to innovate at the same level as Western or developed Eastern economies around the world, so that we can at the same time an interesting new revolutionary product is introduced in the US or in Japan, India doesn't have to be behind that.